Let's start off with some hockey news. The 2023 USA National High School Hockey Tournament is coming to the northwest suburbs. As Jason Malello reports, local fans will get to see a lot of talent on the ice, and local businesses could see a boom to their bottom lines.
Pucks could bring more bucks for local businesses.
We run really good specials for the teams too, so we can get them in and out.
A hat trick of youth hockey tournaments is coming to the northwest suburbs this spring.
It's going to be an opportunity for our players to see some of the best hockey, amateur hockey in the nation.
Plymouth Ice Center is the primary site for the USA Hockey National High School Tournament, and New Hope and Maple Grove ice arenas will host other youth tournaments, potentially filling up local hotels and restaurants like the Lookout Bar and Grill.
The families are in town, they got to find some place to eat, come out. We also use our food trucks, so some of the events we'll be having our food trucks right out front of the events so that people, while they're watching the events, can enjoy a sandwich or whatever right there.
But please, no elbowing. There's enough room for everyone.
We can put 40 in this room we're standing in, we can put 60 in the room behind it, and then up front we seat 120 up there too. So it's we have that flexibility.
The National High School Tournament alone will bring 50 teams to the area. According to Experience Maple Grove, similar tournaments in other cities have pumped as much as $2.5 million into the local economy. Jason Malillo, CCX News.
A vacant retail space in New Hope will soon be getting a new tenant, and it will be the first of its kind here in the northwest suburbs.
So the former family video site is going to be the home to a medical cannabis dispensary. They came to us a couple months ago and asked if the zoning is appropriate for where they want to go, and we informed them that it was.
Renovation of the former family video building along 42nd Avenue is currently underway. The video rental store closed 2 years ago. Minnesota's 2 medical marijuana manufacturers are only allowed to have 1 dispensary per congressional district, and city officials say that Leafline Labs chose the New Hope site because it fit the state's parameters.
Anytime that any kind of new business comes in the city, if it's a medical cannabis manufacturer or dispensary or a new restaurant, we're ecstatic. We want to make sure that those locations are filled, that they're not a vacant storefront, and we welcome them as much as we can to help them do what they need to do to open up their business.
There's no timetable yet as to when the dispensary will open. To purchase medical cannabis, customers will need a prescription. Another vacant retail space in New Hope will soon get a second life. The building formerly occupied by Country Kitchen will soon be converted to an El Loro Mexican restaurant. Country Kitchen closed last summer after being in business for more than 40 years. El Loro has several locations in Minnesota, including Brooklyn Park, Crystal, and Champlin. This week, the Brooklyn Park City Council approved a site plan for a gun range in the northern part of the city. The Brooklyn Park City Council approved a site plan for Cincinnati-based Range USA. It would be located on 5 acres just southeast of Interstate 610 and Highway 169. In addition to the gun range, the facility would include classroom space and a retail component. Range USA has 48 locations. This would be the first one in Minnesota. 2 Maple Grove residents are about to open the first native fabric store in Minnesota. Fire Mountain Fabrics is located in Brooklyn Park, and as Sonia Goins shows us, the store features more than just materials. It also shows off culture and tradition.
Kind of surreal. But it's great.
The sound of laughter echoes throughout the new Fire Mountain Fabric store.
It's been a really fun journey so far.
Owners Arlene Fairbanks and Jessica Travis,
there are a lot of prints that our community is looking for,
are busy preparing for opening day.
Just making sure that we have a wide variety that people from different tribes would be interested in.
Bright, colorful patterns of fabric line the walls.
Ojibwe Dakota, different florals.
The material is used to make native clothing and regalia that you often see during powwows.
This is a little girl's fancy shawl.
Regalia is a powerful symbol of a dancer's heritage.
With the ribbon skirt.
Jessica is Lakota from the Standing Rock and Cheyenne River Sioux tribes.
My grandmother started making this rug 20 years ago now.
And Arlene is Navajo from the Coyote Pass clan.
Take this one.
The best friends met about 9 years ago when they both served on the Osseo School District American Indian Education Parent Advisory Committee.
So we started sewing together, and then we kind of did that whole, she started with her daughter's fancy shawl outfit.
This summer, Arlene's world was turned upside down. She was diagnosed with an aggressive form of ovarian cancer, and Jessica held her hand during treatments.
With her cancer journey, realizing that there's no better day than today to actually live the dream.
They started researching, eventually launching an online business, partnering with vendors who specialize in native fabrics.
We just have had great feedback from it, and so we're like, all right, we can do this. Let's roll with it.
Soon afterward, they set up a brick and mortar store where the entrepreneurs also sew custom items and sell kits so people can make their own regalia.
We have ribbon skirts that we make just for kids.
Jessica and Arlene say they are focused on giving back to the community and sharing their rich heritage.
Being able to offer fabrics that aren't available anywhere. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to be able to do.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Fire Mountain Fabrics is located at the Cherokee Center Strip Mall in Brooklyn Park, and they are scheduled to open up on February 11th. New Hope is proud to show off the winning photos of this year's In Focus photo contest. 19 photographers who live, work, or attend school in New Hope entered photos. Here's a look at the winners in the 3 categories of people, places, or wildlife and nature. All winners were recognized at a recent New Hope City Council meeting.
The Osseo boys basketball team is looking to build momentum after winning a pair of games in the past week. In this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, Jay Wilcox profiles the Orioles' leading scorer.
As he's grown in stature, his role has grown too. Osseo senior 6'7" forward Trey Smith is now one of the better players in the Northwest Suburban Conference. He wasn't always a star, but has become one.
From 9th grade to now, it's insane because he developed so much. I mean, he's shooting the ball really well this year. I mean, he's grew like a couple inches. He's just like more mature as a man.
He has worked his way up from the 9th grade team, sophomore team, JV team, and now he's, a scholarship player. He's someone who has started playing basketball relatively late. 8th grade year, not the highest team that he was on, but he kept working, kept getting better, kept getting taller. True testament of hard work pays off.
I feel like I'm having a pretty good season so far. I feel like I can be doing more than what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm doing the right things. So all around, I'm doing good.
The fact that Trey grew fairly late has been a help in one way. He developed all-around guard-like skills, which now combined with his size makes him a tough guard.
I can shoot, I can dribble, I can pass, I'm not really a post guy, but I feel like I can if I have to.
Got the momentum, but they never gave up.
Well, Bickey, it's stolen by Smith, and that is it. Osseo trails most of the game, and they come back and win it here at Maple Grove, 58-54.
A big overtime win this past Monday over third-ranked Maple Grove was a great one for Osseo.
That was definitely a fun game.
They've been up and down with a team that didn't have much varsity experience coming in, and have now clawed their way back to the 500 mark. Smith feels like it could be a turning point game.
We're starting, after that win, I feel like we can go on a big run here. There's been a lot of times this year where we've shown like sparks of moments in certain games where we've done certain things that we know we should have been doing the entire time. It's just putting it all together in one game, because one game it'll be one half we're doing everything good, and the second half it all falls apart. Or the first half we're a little bit lackadaisical, and second half we'll come out hot and firing and ready to play.
His skills make him a focal point for the Orioles, but Trey's personality also is a hit with teammates and others around school.
Trey is a phenomenal teammate. I know him for a long time. I mean, he shares the ball pretty well, always talking on defense. He's just a go-to guy. Like, he always wants to get it. He's always hungry.
Kids all love Trey, all right? Teachers all love Trey. He's a kid that has a great personality, affectionate smile. So I think the team, as a leader, as a captain of our program, the kids all respond to him, what he says, and he's that quiet leader as well.
His basketball career won't end this season. Smith has accepted a scholarship offer to play for Minnesota Duluth next year. It felt like the right fit for him.
Definitely the coaches vibes were like top tier, and I was feeling it there. And the city is like, it's not too big, but it's not a small city. And the city's far enough away from home to where I can come back if I need to, but it's also not down the street.
There's no official transfer portal in high school basketball like in college hoops, but a lot of players in the Twin Cities are coming and going to various schools. For Trey Smith, staying at Osseo was an easy choice.
I didn't want to go anywhere else. I didn't want to have to learn new things. I wanted to stay here and learn with my coaches and build with my coaches that I have right now and build my teammates and really just be here with Osseo, for Osseo.
For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Jay Wilcox.
Smith is averaging 17 points per game. You can see the Osseo boys basketball team in action live on CCX on Tuesday night as they play at Champlin Park. We'll also have the Park Center Tutino Grace rematch in boys hoops Thursday night on CCX.